What's up, guys? So today's gonna be a little different. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my own homemade PHONESKOPE case, and kind of the reason for that is earlier this year, if you've seen my other videos, I bought this thing called Scope Vision made by PHONESKOPE. It's pretty sweet. Actually, this unit here will hook onto your rifle scope, and that way you can record anything you have in your crosshairs. It's been pretty cool. The only problem so far is that I got a new phone, and with PHONESKOPE you have to buy the whole new phone case. But I actually found out that this little piece here, this attachment piece, that comes off of a phone case pretty easy. I was able to remove it. Looks like it was just glued on. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use a little bit of Gorilla Glue. Right here I got the Gorilla Glue at my hardware store here in town for $6 or $7. The phone case is for an iPhone. I got it on Amazon. I think it was $5. You can get them for cheaper, but I decided to go with that. What you're looking for with any of these projects is you want just basically something that has a flat surface right there, so the glue will stick good and you have a good bond. This actually isn't the first phone case I've made. This is my very original one before I got anything else. If you watch my videos over on the Henrys and even on the desert rifle hunt, all of the filming of deer was done with this. So, and all that is, it's pretty dang cheap. It was I think I got this phone case for $3, and then even highballing it, this PVC cap is going to be not any more than $3. So I think high end, well, if you have to buy your own glue, you're going to be a little more. So beware of that. You might be in the $15 range. But I had my own, and so I was able to make that for $6, and they're selling those for 30 or 40 at least. So if you're looking for a cheap way, that's a pretty sweet little deal. I would recommend taking your spotting scope in with you to the hardware store, because there's all different sizes of PVC caps and there's all different sizes of eyepieces. So that's gonna help you out quite a bit if you just take it in with you. Then you know you got the right fit. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna stick this on. I think it should work pretty good. Alright guys, so I guess the one thing I forgot to mention before is every PHONESKOPE product is going to be a little different. This attachment obviously won't be the exact same as the one that fits over your spotting scope eyepiece, but I'm pretty sure they're all the same in that it's this piece and it's basically just glued onto a phone case. So especially if you ever have it break like I did once, it shouldn't be a big deal to just glue that back on, and like what I'm doing today, shouldn't be a big deal to pull it apart and make sure to clean that up good, but it shouldn't be a big deal to just glue that back onto another case. So that's what we're going to do today. I guess the important pieces are obviously the adapter piece. That's going to be important, and then you've got your phone case that you're wanting to glue it to, Gorilla Glue, and then this is the most important part. You're going to need a 14-inch frying pan, preferably made by Cool Handle. You'll find out later why that is so important. Better if you find it at DI. That's where I found mine. Anyway, you'll see later why that comes into play. Alright, so before you go gluing anything together, you need to put that piece on and hold it over that hole where your camera is, and you need to line it up just in the right spot. Make sure it's going to line up good so that your camera doesn't have any problems. Actually, when I made this one, I thought I had it lined up just right, and then I got it all finished and I put my phone in it, and the whole top half of my camera screen was blurry, and I ended up having to bore that hole out a little bit further just to clear up my camera lens. So really make sure you get that lined up right, because it's a pain in the butt to try to go back after and fix it. So I've kind of been thinking about it though, and I've decided that the best way to do it is to put my glue on this end, or on this piece. I'm gonna be fairly liberal with how much glue I use, and then I'm gonna put this on there and make sure I get that right, and kind of hold it till it just quick dries. Anyway, so I'm just gonna take my glue and go around. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit. I don't want to do too much. The other problem with doing too much is sometimes you'll get that glue wanting to squirt out and cover up that hole also. So be pretty sparing right around there, and then I'm gonna use quite a bit here because it doesn't bother me if I have glue sticking out on this side. Once it all dries, I'm gonna try to stay away from that hole a little bit. Okay, I think that's gonna be enough glue. And so I'm gonna take that. There's some glue marks there, and so I'm gonna try to line it up so that as much of those glue marks are covered by the phone case as possible. And so I'm just gonna put that right there. I'm gonna have to move it around just a little bit. Make sure I get it lined up just right. Look through on the other side and make sure you're good there. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. I'm gonna try to hold it there. Alright, so next comes your frying pan. I was kidding before, you don't really have to use a frying pan. It would actually be better if you had some kind of clamp. But this is what I had handy. So if you don't have one of these frying pans though, I would highly recommend it. They're pretty sweet. So I've got that lined up. It's kind of got a good start, and I'm just going to set that right there. And I might actually put a few more things in here, a book or something, to give that a little more weight. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Pretty easy. It was pretty easy when I did this one too. I'm actually not going to be using that one anymore. Hold on just a second. So I just got this for Christmas. Maybe hold that up where you can read it. That says phone cam. So this is it's like PHONESKOPE, but it's made by the Time's Up guys, and I am pretty excited about it. I just got it for Christmas. What I like about it already is that it's made out of some kind of aluminum, so it's going to be a lot more sturdy. And what they basically have is their own little kit. Instead of having to buy a case that matches your specific phone, what you do is you buy your own case, the one you prefer, and then they have this little kit that comes. It's got an adhesive back that's actually pretty sturdy so far. I was surprised. And what that'll do is you just peel the wrapper back, and that'll just stick right there, and you can line it up. And they have everything you need to line it up right so your camera works. And then what that piece does is it just screws in right there. And so it's nice because you can keep your same phone case on all the time, and you don't have a big bulky eyepiece hanging on all the time. And then when you need to, you hook on to that. And then the other cool thing is it's adjustable. You don't have to buy it to fit a certain eyepiece or a certain spotting scope. You just spin that, and if you can see, that'll just that just tightens right down onto whatever eyepiece you've got. So it'll work on a binocular, a spotting scope, might work on a telescope, I guess, whatever you got. Haven't used it a whole lot yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway, maybe I'll do a review on it a little later after I've used it a little more. Alright guys, so here is the finished product. I let it set overnight. As you can see, I used just a little too much glue. See there, it's got a couple of grooves all the way around, and so that's what happened here, is the glue came in through that groove. So what I've got is just a really small flathead screwdriver, and I'm going to just kind of chip all that away. So stay tuned. I'll get that cleaned up and show you the finished product. In the eye appeal, there's a little bit of glue sticking out and stuff. But as far as usability goes and functionality, you're not sacrificing anything. These homemade phone scopes, or whatever you want to call them, they'll work just as good as the $50 or $60 ones that you can buy. If you watch some of my other videos, you can any of the wildlife films so far in any of my videos have been done through a homemade phone scope, and I think it's been working pretty good. Yeah, so let me know what you think on this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do that and hit that like button. Sure appreciate it. And stay tuned. The next video coming out, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up a kind of a review on that scoped vision stuff. Now that I got this rebuilt, we should be good to go. So stay tuned for that video coming up soon. Thanks guys.